Did we hit the go button? We did.
I think
You did.
we're rocking, aren't we? We're
We
rolling.
are.
We are moving at the speed of something. Right about, Steve.
Now.
Good stuff.
I had to
Here
count
we
in my
go.
head. 1, 2, 3,
Oh.
4.
Right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So, hey, Kristen, you might as well throw in the flux capacitor.
I was
you
wondering
might as well
about that.
throw it in.
Give me a sec. I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Just get it up there.
All right. Hold on.
Hold on before the music ends. Can she do it?
No, she can't do it.
Okay. We'll give her a
She
pass.
was, yeah.
I'm gonna
Hold
give
on,
her
I'm
the-
getting it.
As soon as she gets it, she's getting there.
Oh my word!
It is Flux Capacitor Wednesday, so
It's
you
there.
know,
It's just there. It goes.
it's-
Finally.
there it is. Thank you, Kristen.
Wow.
Flux Capacitor Wednesday. I figured we just get this, talk about this right away, right at the beginning
Yeah.
of the show here.
Well, it made Sue Moody smile, so that's good.
Did it? Oh, well, that's good.
She's over there grinning ear to ear. My goodness, you need a
So's
spot
Kim
like
Creighton,
that.
but I don't know if
that'll
she's
just
smiling
warm
at
you
us
up.
or something else. I don't know. Yeah.
Two of my favorites.
I'm telling you, man.
Hey,
It's like fire on a cold day.
All right, are you going to tell us what we're at, or are we going to sit
guys,
here
you're not
and
even going to
suspense?
believe it. We're at left in the air. We're at 5.8%.
Let's go. That means there's 5.8% to crush it.
That's right. There's a lot you can get done in 5.8%.
You get a
There
lot
really
done.
is.
Yeah.
Saying there's a chance.
You're saying there's a chance.
There's
That's
a big
right.
chance.
There
when you
is.
have a plan.
That's right. When you got a plan. Yeah, when you know what to do. That's what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah.
Today's going to be really cool. It's
Yeah.
going to be fun. I think it's going to be cool primarily, Steve, because I thought of it.
Oh boy.
Of course you
And
did.
then all right.
It was
I'm
amazing.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. So, as the rest of us are freezing, I would like Justine David to unmute and tell us what the temperature is where she's at right now.
Whoa, okay. Let me just open that up. But I'm going to have to give it to you in Celsius because that is how we work here.
So, we're going to have to use our brains.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Damn it.
26 degrees Celsius here in Cape Town.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound that warm.
78.
I got to tell you, but is it?
78
What is 20? 78?
Oh, that's perfect.
That's
78
It's
degrees.
78.
Yeah, but it's the afternoon time, right, Justine? What time is it there?
Yeah, it is 3:30 p.m.
3:30 p.m. Wow. You work weird hours.
I'm an art
You
owl.
really do. So like you
Right,
you
don't
work,
you can't yuck somebody's yum. That's not nice. We all
Well,
learned
no.
that in preschool.
I just mean, okay, she's getting the day started here today, at 3:30 in the afternoon. So that's a trip. Yeah.
Better
But
than
like
bacon.
when's the end of the day for you?
End of the day for me is 12 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. I don't have to wake up at 6 a.m. So it suits me perfectly.
I guess it does.
She can wake up and go surfing,
That's right.
go to the beach.
I know it's like, got to get to work now. What a trip. Well, there you go. 57 in Florida. What else? 41 in Fair Oaks. Amy DeBusk. Yeah. Hey, Amy, unmute real quick. Where you at? Come on. Let's go, girl. Where are you? Talk to me.
Good morning.
So, man, I don't know about you guys up in Fair Oaks, but we hit the 50s yesterday in Vacaville. It was exciting.
Yeah, we saw the sun for the first time in a week.
I know. Wasn't it great?
Yes, it's giving me flashbacks to living in Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Yeah, don't you know?
Don't you know?
This
Yeah.
is not what I signed up for here in California.
Indeed. All right. Hey, thank you, Amy. Hey, just a couple things here. We just want to remind people of things, right, Jen?
Yep.
Gen Z?
Yep.
You're my faithful reminder. So remind us of what we need to remember.
So today we have Carl's Masterclass
Aha.
at noon Eastern.
Open to everybody.
Open to everybody. Yep, you do not have to be a member
Got it.
to join.
And this is
that.
on the FISBO strategy.
It is on the FISBO strategy. It's very exciting. We've seen lots and lots of good results from this.
Which is working super good for people
Oh yeah.
right now. Yeah. So, and it's Carl Masterclass.
CarlMasterclass.com. I just put it in the
Okay.
chat.
All right. Carl Masterclass is there, free. Anybody can attend. Don't have to be a member. FISBO strategy. Why not? I just want to know, like David Bolton.
Why
David
not?
Bolton, how are you, man? What's going on, David? I mean, right? Why not attend that? What do you think?
Excuse me.
Why not attend that free webinar today from Carl? What would be the reason not to attend that?
No reason.
No reason.
No reason.
You guys heard it from David. No reason.
He gives a lot of information out.
Yeah, no reason not to attend it. All right.
Hey, you want to see 2 quick slides, Frank?
Well, Carl, I dare you to try to stop me from seeing 2 quick slides.
So let me show you this real quick. Make sure I got stop. Okay, continue. I stopped. I had to stop your sound. Check this out. Check this out, man. I thought this was fascinating. So here, let me make it a little bit bigger. Well, that's good enough. I get to ask this, why do we go after agent marketing so much? Check this out. These are the newest stats that are just out.
Where are they from?
I chat GPT'd it, and then I asked for the source of each, and it gave me the source of each, right? And I'll be happy to share that. But yeah, these weren't numbers that just came out of my butt. Like we went on chat GPT, and it's not some numbers that, well, one, insurance person one time said this. It was like it was NAR.
Validated,
FTC
surveys.
Yeah, this was like real stuff.
First information.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, real stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 70 on purchase loans, 76% of all loans closed with the loan officer, the realtor recommended. 76%. Past database, 12%. Online search was 6%. Builder was 4%. And then social media, consumer direct, all combined total was 2%. So I wouldn't recommend doing this. We could focus only on the realtor one, and
still have 76%. Have a huge market.
Yeah. So why would you focus on a 2%er?
Totally true.
Focus on I mean, it just makes no sense.
Absolutely.
And then the last thing here. Hey, and I'm going to be asking this on the webinar, so y'all can't blurt out the answer here because it'll be popping up on the screen after everybody guesses. But look at this: the closing ratios. Realtor referral 18 to 25%. Past database 15 to 20, consumer direct 3 to 4, social media 0.5 to 2. And so it's no wonder because of the closing ratio so low, they correspond right with where most people get their loans. And so that's why we focus so much on the realtor relationship. It just makes sense. And that's what all the top producers that are actually really top, like when you go into, modelmatch.com and look to see what the top producers are doing. It's this stuff, So anyway, hey, and one last plug. I don't know if Monica's here this morning. Her podcast with me dropped this morning. Fantastic episode. She stole the show. Her story is nothing short of remarkable. She was scheduled to close. I'm not sure if I haven't talked to her since then, but she was scheduled to close 21 deals for the month of November. That's not a team of like 2 or 3 loan officers. It's just her. And you know what, Steve? She tells this story about running through a neighborhood with her tennis shoes on, selling frozen food out of the back of a truck.
Wow.
And the things she learned from doing that.
Oh, I bet it's
a fascinating story. Make sure you go listen to it on the latest episode. So anyway, that's it, Frank. I know you got a busy day, but I just had to share those couple things.
No, thank you very much. Awesome stuff. And we'll be sure to, that podcast is out. It's out right now.
Yeah, it hit this morning.
Okay, great. So we'll put that on the daily email today, a link to that podcast. So when you get so we'll make sure that it's there.
And the marvelous Kristen, I think Jen, you're going to be on the class with me today too?
Yes. Yep. Me and Kristen will both be there. Yep. Yeah.
So Kristen and Jen will be kind of like our messaging baristas and helping us answer the questions and things like that. So and for the members,
the tree is so pretty in the background. Sorry, I just had to say it.
Oh yeah. I did. You know what's wonderful?
What?
I come back, Maria, myself and the lovely Mrs. White. We come back from a trip, and we open the door. And the stockings are up. The Christmas tree is up. The little bait shack has Christmas lights around it. So it's awesome. It's kind of like you open up the door and you go, oh, how pretty that is. So
A little fairy came while you were gone,
little
right?
little elves in the middle of the night came and did it. So they do a much better job than us, And then there's not string popcorn all over the place, and So anyway,
Well, you're looking at the fairy in the Garay household.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. Anyways, thanks, Carl. Oh, and lastly, before we dive into the meat and potatoes of today, the business plan. So we can still get the business plan, right? Business, what is it again? I forget the link to it.
You know what? I'd focus in on the class today. I'm telling you that because we're gonna do a live version of the business plan here in a couple weeks, where everybody, and this is going to be open to the public. We're going to sign on, and we're going to walk you through it. It's going to be like
perfect
online workshop.
Excellent.
And so,
how cool is that?
Yeah,
very good.
It's going to be really cool.
All right, excellent, good stuff. Thank you, Carl. Thanks for everything, my friend. Okay, so today, what we wanted to talk about, Carl, me and Steve did a podcast yesterday.
You guys do some really good stuff together. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
It's got a good vibe. It does.
It does. Yeah.
What was that?
And it's really easy on the eyes too.
Well, yeah, he is a handsome man.
Yeah. So, but anyways,
what was it on?
Well, what we were talking about is we just kind of really boiled it down to where it's really not that hard. This really isn't that hard, right? And so let me just give me the liberty of laying this out, and then we can talk about each of these things as we feel led. How does that sound? Sound good?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So what we basically talked about is what it comes down to getting business. We talked about Monica. We talked about any of the superstars here, right? It comes down to stirring the pot. Really what it comes down to. Now that is what is that, an allegory or an analogy? What would you call that? I don't know. I can't remember from my linguistics class in the Navy. But it's an analogy of what we really do every day. We're stirring the pot. So let me dive into this thought process for us here. Okay. If we're going to make something delicious, right? It's probably best to start with a recipe. Okay. So the first thing we need is a good recipe, right? Well,
like
for
grandma's
us,
100-year-old pie, apple pie recipe or something, or gumbo, or
right. So we need the recipe. And in our case, the recipe is mortgage marketing animals, daily success plan. That's the recipe. All right. It's the blueprint, the recipe of how to get to the point where we can stir the pot and eat something delicious. All right. The next thing we need the pot, right? We got to have a pot to put the ingredients in from the recipe. For me, in my opinion, the pot is CRM. We need CRM. CRM makes it a lot easier to cook something, right? The pot makes it a lot easier to cook something. Okay. Just my opinion. So we need the recipe. We need the pot. We need DSP. We need CRM. All right. But now we need the ingredients. So what are we putting into the pot? Well, we're putting in our databases. We're putting in our database of our qualified real estate agents that we want to do business with. That's one of the ingredients that we put into the pot. The other ingredient that we put into the pot is our past client database. We put that in there. We can put yet another ingredient, which would be our sphere of influence, right? Our telephone. Has anybody, I'm sure a lot of you know this, but we used to talk about this all the time, Covey Export, especially for the newer kids on the show. If you don't feel like you have a past client database, your telephone is jam-packed with people that need loans, right? There's an app called Covey Export, or Export by Covey is what it's called. I think it might cost $1 now or $3 or something, but you push a button, everybody in your phone gets exported to a CSV file, right? These are all people that know you. Most of them will be, right? So you get that CSV, you have a sphere of influence. If you don't have a big past client database, there's your other batch of ingredients. So we've got our ingredient list is our qualified agent list that we can get from Model Match if we have the CRM, or if you got MMI, something like that. or you could get it through Richard Smith, right? Through his services that cost you some money, but you can get these ingredients, put them into the pot, right? So we got the ingredients in there. Well, now we have to warm up this dish, right? We have to get it going and get it warmed up. What's warming it up? Warming it up is our emails that we send out to these databases. It's our text messages that we can send out, right? It's even doing social stuff, It's just, and the social stuff we saw even from the chart Carl showed, that's not what's really going to get the business, but it's part of the ingredients, right? It's out there. People see your face. Nothing wrong with doing that, right? So, but it's all part of the warm-up process, right? Just part of the warm-up process. But then we got to stir it, Carl, right? So we got the ingredient, we got the recipe, right? Got the recipe, we got the pot, we got the ingredients in there, right? We're warming it up. Emails, text messages, social posts, right? But now we got to stir it, baby, because ain't nothing going to happen until we stir it and bring it all together to make a wonderful dish. And stirring the pot is our phone calls, right? It's our conversations that we have and or leaving voicemails, right? And then asking for the business. Okay? So that's what we're doing. We've got 3 things we got. Ingredients, a warm-up, right? And a stir. That's what we do. And so when we were talking on the podcast yesterday, Steve and I were just saying, it's really not that difficult. As long as we're stirring the pot every day, keeping it warm and stirring the pot every day, right? Keep it warm, keep it stirring, right? Things just come out of it, right? Does that make sense? What do you think of the analogy, Carl? And by the way, I'm not looking for you to punch holes in it because I'm really happy with it.
I think it's just.
I just want you to agree with everything I said. Yeah,
I think it's just wonderful. There are no holes to punch.
Thank you. See, I knew it. Steve said you would punch holes in it.
I don't cook, but I think it's that's on me. That's on me. That's on me. It's not you. It's me. It's a great analogy. It really is.
Yeah, and Steve didn't say that. I was just kidding.
Yeah,
but you know what, man? I mean, let's talk about it.
The hardest part of cooking.
What is it?
The hardest part of cooking and prospecting. I was thinking about while you're going over that. It's the most effective part is the simmering. It's the like for those of us in the South, there's quick grits, and then there's grits. No comparison. When I go to a restaurant, I can instantly tell, was this instant grits or was this one that had been on the pot simmering? And so the big money in our marketing are those things that need to simmer a little bit, right? It's that repetition, that stirring. That's where the magic is. And having the patience and the wisdom to know that the best marketing, the best results take time. It's not an instant thing, right? It takes a little bit of time. So it's a very hard lesson to learn.
Yeah.
We were talking about that on CoStars yesterday, Carl. Michelle McDonald was on there saying that, because I asked the question, what are you happiest about, that you've done in business this year? And she said, I learned patience with
that's a good lesson. Patience is a good lesson. Yeah.
The big money is always the long money.
Yeah.
It's always the long money. You just got to be patient. You just got to work.
And you got to do, I always look at, I got to do about 20% of quick stuff because I need closings like right now. Right. So we can't ignore that, right? But once I got enough to keep my nose above the waterline, which is about 20% of my effort, the 80% of my effort is on the long money for sure. The simmering. Good analogy, man.
Yeah.
I
think this.
You know what I was thinking, Frank, when you were talking about that? I was thinking if anybody's ever accidentally put salt in instead of sugar or something like that, it just doesn't turn out right? If you miss ingredient or you don't have the right ingredient. And so it's kind of, in this too, it's like if I'm doing the activity, let's just say I'm calling agents, but I'm not calling qualified agents.
Right. Yeah, good point.
Right. I'm not going to get the same result.
Yeah.
Did you know if you put too much salt in something, that if you cut up some potatoes and put them in there with it, the potatoes absorb the salt, and then you fish the potatoes out, and it's okay. So like making a soup or something, just put some potatoes in there.
It doesn't go good in my chocolate pie.
I didn't know that.
Well, I've always looked at Carl as the potato to my salt. Yeah. So I didn't know that. Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Potatoes? What a trip.
Well, and
You
Bill
always have
brings up
crazy things to know. Yeah.
Bill brings up a good point. You don't get restraining orders right away. You really got to work at it.
You got to work at it.
Right.
Yeah, good one. Awesome. Yeah. So anyway, somebody's putting the Covey export app. Yeah, that's a good one, man. If you haven't done that, Steve, you just did yours again. How many did you have?
Yeah, it was like 7,000. It was a lot.
In his phone.
Yeah.
7,000.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great place to start. It's part of the recipe.
It's part of the recipe, man. It's part of the ingredients.
If they meant enough for you to save them in your phone, then at some point, even if you lost touch, there was or is still a relationship. You just got to warm it up.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. There's really not. There's 5 things: calls, emails, text, social, and ads, which are the same, and then mailers. And so the key is, how do I implement one at a time? And I think the biggest challenge is we try to implement it all at once. No, I love what Carl said. You got to get the 20% to get your monthly income stable. And that's going to be your fastest money's phone calls with qualified agents, although it's probably the most uncomfortable, but it's what builds the relationship the fastest.
And past database.
Yeah, well, it's both and I love that.
I agree,
man. It's got to be both and I think it's a good mix. But the calls get you the fastest results.
No,
but man, it's the overtime. Once you get your calls dialed in. All right, what am I going to do in emails? And then what am I going to do with monthly or biweekly text? And then, do I hire somebody or do I do social ads, and do I have my mailer in place? And you just pick one at a time, whatever gets you the fastest results, and implement it. And then you just got to make sure it keeps going. I think we talked about that. I think when you're talking about simmer, Carl, it's the consistency over time. It's easy to start, sometimes harder to stay consistent.
Hey, Steve, I need 3 loans. Yeah. I need 3 loans for January.
Yeah. First thing you do is look at every agent you've worked with in the last 12 months. And you look at the listing side by side, see who's qualified, and go after and warm those relationships up to the fastest to warm up.
Yeah, because they get leads daily.
Yeah.
And I say the right thing at the right time to the right person. They're getting leads every single day. Literally, they're getting leads every day.
Yeah. And just remember this, look at your lead count, because if you got 10 leads, like your leads are going to tell you how many real relationships you have on the agent side. And so I think you got to just be honest with it, but look at everybody you worked with in the last 12, 24, 36 months, buy side, list side, find out who's qualified and go after them.
You know what you guys are reminding me of is that, we lay out a nice analogy, and we talked, there's that middle piece of the warm up, which is emails, text, that type of thing. And I think I just want people to realize that you can't get stuck in the warm up process, right? Because a lot of people do. It's easy to get we get the recipe, we get the pot, the CRM, we put the ingredients in, and to start the warm up process of having some automated emails go out and things like that, and text messages, all that's pretty easy, right? And none of it's really hard. But nothing is going to make it come together like the stirring, right? And the stirring is the calls, right? Yeah. The calls, the voicemails, the asking for the business. That's what's going to get it to come, get the business in the door. But we got to have everything else. Yeah.
Great question just came in. John Chia.
Hi, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. I just wanted to drop in and remind you that if you're a newer loan officer and you're trying to get to that 2 or 3 deals a month, or if you're seasoned and you're trying to get from 50 to 60 or 60 to 80, Mortgage Marketing Animals has you covered. We've got the full gambit from start to finish, top to bottom. Everything you need is at mortgagemarketinganimals.com. There's a reason that mortgagemarketinganimals.com is the #1 mortgage coaching platform in the country. So check it out, mortgagemarketinganimals.com.
John, what's your thoughts on mailing out holiday cards to your closed loans and new hot perspectives? I've got a different take maybe than a lot of people. I would say don't do it. Don't do it. Because it's the marketing dollars that cost is going to get lost in the sea, right? I don't know about you guys. Well, I do know about you guys. Like we all get Christmas cards, right? Some of us, a handful, and some of us, a truck might have to back up to your, I know Jen and Kristen get all the fan mail coming in during Christmas time. And it's like, here comes another bag. And I see, Jen and Kristen going, whatever, here's another one, right? You want to do it when it sets you apart. So I would send it like in the middle of January. maybe send a thing, hey, hope you had a good holidays, like tie it in somehow like that.
A Happy
To
New Year
be,
card.
yeah, to be yet another Thanksgiving card or yet another Christmas card. Not that I don't honor the holiday and what it stands for, because I do.
Mm.
But I would, from a marketing standpoint, I'd wait 2 weeks. Yeah, like Katie White, super smart lady. I do mine in February and hope your New Year is off to a good start. That's a great idea, Katie.
That is good. I don't remember who it was, Carl. But there was back in the day, someone on the speaking coaching circuit was saying, yeah, send a Christmas card in, February. You know what I mean? Merry Christmas, So it's just so obscure and weird. Like they sent me a Christmas card. Well, now you completely stood out at that point, but then in the card obviously poked some fun at it. So I just wanted to make sure mine stood out, something like that.
You know what I might would do? Because that shows me, are you always late? I would send Valentine early and make fun of one thing you can count on me. We always fund early, or
there you go.
something
now
like that. Yeah.
The potato to my salt again.
Oh boy.
Yeah. See there?
Love it.
See there?
Yeah.
And Bill makes a good point. Some people don't celebrate Christmas, right? Different groups, right? And almost everyone celebrates New Year's. So, great point. Yeah, I'm very cautious about the sending. Even though I have a very strong personal belief, I'm very careful on my database that I have a very diverse crowd, and I want to respect their beliefs, just like they respect mine. So that's a great point. That's a great point, Bill. Great point.
Yeah. Neat stuff. So anything else in the chat that we can address here real quickly? I just liked the fact that we can kind of sit back, things can seem so complicated, and it can seem like we can just get buried in something. But if we kind of take the 10,000 foot view, it's really not that hard. It's really not that complicated, man. Right. We're staying in touch. We're doing it with different methods, right? We are emailing, we are texting, we're doing those things, right? But then we're just following up with phone calls and we're just asking for the business. That's all we're really doing.
Consistency.
Right? Consistently. Yeah.
Consistency out trumps talent and experience 7 days out of 7.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Always. Be sure to go listen to that podcast with Monica Ledbetter. That was a fascinating story. It really was. It was very inspiring. That is one driven young lady, I'm telling you. And her why just choked me up again this morning when I listened to it. So be sure to go check that out.
Yeah,
I can see her.
stuff.
I can see her now. She's running through the community. So the guys were they were schmucks, right? The guys were in the truck and they're driving, and she's supposed to run behind them while checking, knocking on doors and asking them if they want to buy. And the truck's like always moving, and it was just such an inspiring story. But you know what? Who's laughing now? Monica?
Yeah.
Who's laughing now? So
was
just
it Schwann's or what was that?
That's exactly what it was. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
It
used to come around here
fascinating. Yeah, I want to have to poke a little bit of fun at her. I'm not sure. I don't see her here. I'm not sure if she's here, but I do.
She
have
said
to
she's driving. She's driving.
Okay, I have to poke a little fun at you, Monica. You talked about summertime and hot in Nebraska, and I was like, okay, Steve, do we want to tell her what hot is? Like
Texas hot?
Go to Houston.
So it was Nebraska hot. Right? It was Nebraska.
Yeah.
But it's a fascinating story. Make sure you go listen to it.
Well, we're going to get it out on the email today. So the daily email is going to go out. We'll have that podcast on it, so you can check it out. The link will be there. You could always go to Loan Officer Podcast Network as well. Yeah. All of our podcasts are there for MMA, and So
you know the main thing I got out of that listen to that episode, Steve.
What was it?
Number one, the why. Right, you got to have a why. But number two, I listened to when I was riding my bike this morning, and I just thought, our success is dictated by how well we deflect the nose.
That's a skill. That's a skill.
It's a learned skill though, but it's a practice skill.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that job. I think that in my belief, the good Lord blessed her with that job to learn how to deflect the nose, because she's a super nice person, very charming, very kind. And my suspicion is no isn't something, that she was always, because she's such a friendly person, right? And here you're knocking on these houses. She's literally got running shoes on. She probably is like literally sweating, and knocking on these doors, trying to keep up with the truck. And I think she told me she got 19 no's for every one yes.
Wow.
And I think that set her up for success. I really do. I tell you something else she's doing too. She does this class for brand new agents that I would have thought not a good idea.
Me too. Yeah.
Wait till you listen to it, man. She's super sharp lady. It was just a great episode.
She figured that one out, huh?
Yeah. I mean, the one that you and Frank did, Steve, was good. This. It was fascinating.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So guys, in the chat, before we get out of here, who's going to stir the pot today? Who's stirring the pot, man?
Let's go, man.
Come on, man. There's 5.8% left.
Yeah.
You could just stir the pot today. You can stir the pot today, stir the pot tomorrow, stir the pot Friday. There's plenty of time to stir the pot.
We haven't done it in a while. Somebody tell us what we do today.
That is true. Today is Wednesday. It's a great day to stir the pot, isn't it? Mm-hmm. What are we gonna try and flip out of the pot today? Who knows? What do we do today? Who do we call on? Let's call on someone we don't call on all the time. Let's see. Carl, you pick.
How about I always look for a nice, friendly face. I can't help it. I'm just drawn to Miss Creighton all the time, right? She's just such a little ray of sunshine. So, Kim,
what are we doing today?
What are we doing today? What are we doing today, Kim?
We're calling our friends, that past database, those people that we have closed, those people that already know, like, and trust us, and letting them know how great we are and how much we love them. And if there's anybody that we can help.
Don't you just love that Southern accent?
I do. She's great.
God almighty, that's an unfair advantage, Kim. It's not fair that you talk like that. So
yeah. Well, good stuff, and that's what we do. Thank you, Kim Creighton. Always a pleasure. I'm going to give you a cheer. You deserve a cheer, so why not? I'm going to bring up the cheer sound, and you get one.
Hey, how does the past database work for you, Kim? Does that work out pretty good for you?
Actually, it does. I had one. I haven't been as consistent, and so that's my not necessarily word, but that is my task for 26 is to be more consistent. Yeah. But one time I got three closings out of one person. So It worked out very well. They wanted to refi to pay some stuff off to position themselves to purchase, and I handled the purchase as well, but it did work very well.
Why not? Hey, man, we're just going to stir the pot today. We're just going to stir into those past clients, man, and that sphere of influence. We're just going to give them a call of gratitude, see how they're doing, and ask if they know anybody needs our help. Go ahead.
I'm going to get Kim Creighton's voice on my voicemail, like as my message, like when you hit my voicemail on my cell phone. I'm gonna have to figure out how that works. That's if I can afford to write the check to make that happen.
Right.
I'll talk to her about that.
Good stuff. All right. Well, great stuff today, guys. Thanks for joining us. Tomorrow we do have Owen Lee. We haven't seen him in a minute, so we're gonna have Owen Lee. Of course, Friday, Chris Johnstone. And then Monday, we'll have all kinds of other fun stuff. So be sure to be here tomorrow. Thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate it. I hope you stir the pot today. Stir that pot. Let us know tomorrow morning before we bring Owen on. We'll talk about what flipped out of that pot today. You guys have a great one. We'll catch up with you here tomorrow at Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Adios.
Hey, Amanda. Yeah.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you at noon on Carl's Masterclass.